Show, our final segment as we wrap up the day today, and flying solo is Kyler Bowerman. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Kyler, of course, is with Central Valley Electric Cooperative. You ready for this?
Yep.
Okay. No, you'll do just fine. I have to confess, I have a confession to make.
Okay.
It doesn't really affect my CVE bill, but it does affect my XL bill.
Mm-hmm.
The other night, it was kind of chilly in my office the other day, Monday.
Yeah.
And so I have a little space heater in there, and I turned it on just to because I'm right next to the window.
Mm-hmm.
Turned it on, got busy, left for the day, came back in the next morning, opened up my office, and guess what was still running?
Space heater.
Yes. I am so sorry. I confess. I apologize to all the electric people everywhere, and I promise you that will never happen again. Seriously, I did that, and I also recognized right away that was kind of a goofy thing to do, but that's one of the things you wanted to mention is a lot of people now, with it being colder, may be tempted to dig out an old space heater.
Mm-hmm. And it happens. I know a lot of people run off and leave them on. I know I forget, and it's bad if you leave your house and you leave it running. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted to remind you that that can really run your electric bill up. It could double it or even triple it if you leave those running. And it's really not safe to leave them running all day either. And I know that they're labeled as 100% efficient, but that doesn't really mean anything because they're still going to use a lot of electricity. And just some little safety tips for when using them. Don't plug them into an outlet, or plug them into an outlet, not a power strip or an extension cord, because those could get really hot and it could possibly start a fire. And then keeping it at least 3 feet away from flammable items, that's a big one. And then checking to make sure that you have working smoke detectors and the carbon monoxide detectors. And then, like I said, don't leave it running
Right.
unattended.
Right.
So
yeah. No, those are all excellent tips. They pull a lot of current.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have the proper rated extension cord, then you're exactly right. It'll make that extension cord hot. Well, that is a fire hazard in and of itself. So yeah, don't use a extension cord.
Yeah.
And keep them away from curtains and trees and I don't know clothes. Yeah, that's another thing to keep them away if you absolutely have to use a space heater. And don't use the anything that uses fuel. You don't want to use those inside.
No.
So the electrical ones are okay for inside, but you don't want to use anything that requires any kind of liquid fueling type material inside, and you don't want to use an electric one outside if you don't have weather. What if it gets wet or something like that? Yeah, those are good tips there, and they run that meter just spins like crazy when those are on, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So do that. If people have questions about these things, if they need some advice on that, I'm sure they can call CVE.
Yeah, they can call us at 575-746-3571. And even if you just need tips on how to save during the winter, we can find some things to help you out with that also.
Yeah, putting a little insulation around that window instead of setting a space heater there would probably go a long way towards helping out to keep things warm in the house. So that's a good deal. Toys for Tots, how's that going? Are people bringing in some toys?
We have had a lot of employees have brought in some toys, and I'm not so sure if any of the community has yet. But our boxes, we have one box that's pretty much full, but we are still accepting those, and you can bring new unwrapped toys for ages 0 to 18, and we'll be taking them through December 7th.
Okay, and that's when they'll get picked up and then distributed to families here in our
throughout
area.
Eddy County.
Yeah, so that's good. So if you're helping out, Toys for Tots, new unwrapped. Okay.
Still in the packaging, just not wrapped.
Don't take the toy out, play with it for an hour. and then bring that to see. They won't accept that.
No, I don't think so.
So, have you decided to? Did you donate a toy?
I haven't yet.
You haven't yet?
We went shopping the other day for our kids' employee Christmas party, and I don't know what kids want, but now I kind of have an idea what kids play with these days. So
Okay.
I'll have to go get some toys.
So, you have any tips or advice, or what are you going to be looking for when you go back out?
I noticed a lot of the Spider-Man, like motor or remote control toys, and then the TikTok stuff. They all want that ring light, so that's something. And then I don't know. It's all very different from when I was a kid.
Well, the ring lights use electricity,
Yes.
so you could be creating little customers.
Yep.
I don't know. I've seen that. Did you go to the balloon liftoffs?
I didn't.
When they had
no.
those? The Saturday morning, they had this contraption that you stand on, and the camera spun around you and did like these 360-degree photos.
Wow.
And it had one of those ring lights on it.
Yeah.
And that seems to be a popular thing for all the YouTubers out there.
Yes.
Got to have a
that
ring
is
light.
true.
And we just have floods.
Yeah.
So I wonder if people feel more comfortable being on the radio and the TV if I put some ring lights in
I
here.
wouldn't. I would not like that.
We'll get rid of those. Well, good deal. So we talked about the Toys for Tots, your collection point through December 7, I think you said?
Yes.
Okay. And then advice on the space heaters. Don't do what I did. Leave it on all night.
Yeah.
You know, Lana's going to come in and she's going to take it out of my office. It's going to disappear, and then I can't do that again.
Yeah.
Actually, I went in there the other day, and I have a fan and a heater. And I turned on the fan.
Oh.
And I kept waiting for the air to get warm. And Lana came in and said, "Did you want the fan on?" "No." So, what's wrong? I guess I'm getting old.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, just wait. So, good. Next week is Thanksgiving week.
Yes.
And will CVE be closed a couple days next week?
We will. Thursday and Friday will be closed.
Okay, good deal. You going to be in town or going out of town, or have you all decided yet?
I actually have an elk hunt, so I'll
You
be doing
do?
that. Yes.
Okay, well, good luck
Yep. Thank you.
with all that. It's just me and Lana now.
Yeah.
So we used to do, when her mother was alive, this time of year, we'd be on the hunt for fresh turkey breast.
Oh.
Not frozen, or if it was frozen, fresh frozen.
Yeah.
But, not the butterball stuff. It had to be fresh turkey breast. I mean, we even went to Albuquerque one year
Wow.
on the search for fresh turkey
Did
breast.
you find any?
We did. We were able to accomplish our mission. But then I hear that there's like a shortage of turkeys, or there could be a shortage of turkeys for this year.
I haven't heard that.
And I think a lot of that is a conspiracy to get people to run out and buy turkeys, so
'em.
they're not left with a bunch. They have to sell at a discount,
Yeah.
And but no, we don't have to. I'm okay with plain old turkey breast. It doesn't have to be fresh turkey breast.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with.
So you don't have to go hunt that down.
We have not had to go hunt that down, so we'll. But we may next year in honor and memory.
There you go.
Let's go on the great turkey breast hunt one more time, just for Eunice. So, well, good deal. Well, I think we're out of time for today. Was there anything else that we needed to cover?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
All right, be very, very careful with the space heaters. And Toys for Tots, drop-off location, CVE in Artesia.
Yes.
We got it all. All right. Well, Kyler, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you.
And who knows, maybe you can do this again.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm not asking Mike anything.
No.
No, I don't know what to say about
We
him.
don't need him on the radio.
I agree with you entirely. We'll just leave it at that.
Breaking